because you didn't get any attention, men didn't approach you when you were outside dressed looking beautifully. It does not take away from the fact that you are radiant. The sun still shines.
For my number in person rather than social media. Those days where like people genuinely just come up to you and talk to you.
11 years I was the man.
Like, should I talk to him? Like, I'm giving him the cues.
If a dude don't spit no game at you in public, it's a problem. If you do try to spit game at you, he thirsty.
You have to date like you're going grocery shopping when you're not hungry.
Trying to say that the bare minimum is over exceeding or just having high expectation. Idiots. I just got to the club and I just got beat.
Put your trauma. Don't come on a social media thing and put your trauma, your bad decision making out on the impressionable minds of good women. The same way that there are bad women like this, in my opinion, out here, there are bad men out there. Y'all need to go find y'all little group and stay over there. But it's very disgusting to me, and I have to rest on the side of the man for this episode because it's like, I could not imagine being a man seeing this mess. Like, I talk to a lot of the married men, you know, in my circle, and they see the stuff and the caliber of women and the content that goes viral on these different podcasts and on these different TikToks and social media, and all they can say is, thank God they're not out there dating. And then you have men who are really, 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 really good men, but they have these bad experiences. You know, and this is what they see and they're just over it.
Well, this is happening, and what's happened is men are getting tired of it. Like, I just did a consultation today. There was a brother and his father about to come out to the Philippines. And the reason why they're tired, I don't know what happened in the father's life, but I only can imagine. Also, not only that, men want to retire where it's less. A lot of the reasons why people are leaving for they get games too, but also for the peace. And when you have peace and the dollar amounts being better, I'm telling you, it's cake. It's like having your cake and eat it too.
Last night, going home, and it was like Holy Spirit like spoke to me and said, you won't live a fulfilled life if you only experience one emotion. Life's fulfillments come from all of your experiences. And I will use even the bad experiences to cause you to have a fulfilled life. I want to encourage y'all, and I want to encourage y'all that are watching. Even in your bad experiences, you are living a fulfilled life. And God will use your bad experiences to allow you to live a fulfilled life. Because you don't understand what it means to be truly happy. You've never been sad.
There's too much music. But what he's saying, I can reflect on that. What do I mean? I'm here because of a bad experience. You know, when he said that, I said, okay, well, you know what? All of my best experiences and my best ideas and best decisions sometimes came from bad ones, or from doing bad or being in a bad scenario. That's what happens. Like, a lot of guys' bad experiences is the reason why they watch things like this. And go, wow, I finally found what it is I should be doing. What do I mean by that? Like, if a man comes here, a man's going to learn, okay, this guy has been in this location. This guy has 11 years. That's what you're getting. And also, people call on the internet, they call me OG. I'm new to this, right? I'm new to this as far as the OG and the UNC, but I guess I am. And you know what's wild? I've actually lived that kind of life. But let's get on to the next one.
Trying to say that the bare minimum is over exceeding or just having high expectations. I watched that documentary, The Manosphere. And that poor sweet man, I forgot his name now. And then you've got idiots, literal, talking about, I just got to the club and I just got beeped. But what I don't understand is why men think because I don't expect you to be a gym babe, because I don't expect you to be in the kitchen, well, I don't need to treat you well. Just because you don't expect those physical things as a woman, we still will cook for you. We still will support you emotionally. So now there's some women out there that are also supporting financially. Let me not get into that because I was in that.
See, when she said also supporting financially, it's wild because I saw that as well. Now, of course, that documentary doesn't represent all men as a whole, right? But what you saw in there weren't any men that needed females' help. Because that's what you made it seem like. You're comparing men that have nothing to do with the other. I'll say some of those guys are the worst of the worst in the manosphere, but they don't need females' help. Why did you bring up, oh, I've also helped men as well? What happens with you and Pokey stays between you and Pokey. Y'all have to learn to do that. Because that's what you did.
We're not going to bring up the past because we're changing the present to have a better future. Okay. But I have been in situations where I was the breadwinner.
I think somebody switched up right off. Guys, that's the problem with a lot of them. And they don't realize they everybody go, oh, it's a big divide. No, it's not. There's no divide. There's no gender war happening. The only thing happening in this day and age is correction. Correction. And you know what? I said that they're going to say, oh, see, they're trying to correct us. You're damn right. Look what you just did. That's what I do in my videos. I go, okay, what you said is wrong. Let me correct that. You combine situations. You combine your past trauma with men in the future. So you're not going to meet us in the future. That's exactly why men are opting out right now.
Center men when it comes to dating. And here's what you're going to do. You have to date like you're going grocery shopping when you're not hungry. Hear me out. When you go grocery shopping when you're starving, everything looks good. Everything sounds good. This candy bar has 50 grams of sugar. That's not a big deal. I haven't eaten all day today. I'm starving. It's only one time. Is it? Is it only one time or is it still 50 grams of sugar? Oh, he doesn't meet these qualities that I like. It's not that big of a deal. It's just one date. It's just 1 year. It's just one relationship. I can move on when I want to. Can you? Or did you already eat the candy bar? The sun just came out. My point stands. If you date from a sense of loneliness or emptiness or lack, if your life is lacking, if you do not have community, if you do not have intimacy with your friends, with your family, I know not everybody has community or friends or family, so you have to find those things. You should not be dating if you're starving for attention, starving for community, starving for validation. No, only date when you are full so that when you meet a guy and you see his qualities, it's going to be the qualities that you actually need, not just the stuff that sounds good for now because you just absolutely need something to take a bite of. Happy grocery shopping.
See, dating like you're full and going grocery shopping. Well, a lot of guys know a lot of ladies are full. Full in many different ways, right? Like, what are you talking about? Talk like this is causing men not to date at all. Dating like you're full is having him roster options. It comes easy for you ladies. You've conditioned men So what happens is the men. Let me get to the next video.
Now the girls is upset that men not hollering at them in public. Y'all was just on here calling men thirsty for getting at y'all. Y'all would take a man being vulnerable in public, trying to spit his game at you, then come on here and fry his ass up, calling him thirsty. And now y'all mad because y'all know now they're not talking to y'all no more. I swear, bro. It's like I don't get it. If a dude don't spit no game at you in public, it's a problem. Y'all get on here and complain. If he do try to spit game at you and you're not a fan of it, he thirsty.
Make it make sense.
Can we get a rule book on like the do's and don'ts for men when it come to women? Cause I swear, like I be confused.
Yeah. You know, and this leads to what it is now. Because what happened is all men, they thinking the same nowadays. If you ladies look at what's happening, you look at videos, you go, men are frustrated. And the lady in the first video said it, men are frustrated. Men are tired. They're sick and tired of being sick and tired. But you know what though? Men are not giving up completely. Men will still jump in that inbox and holler. So if that's happening to you ladies, because a lot of you ladies get that and reject it. And then cry, oh, men come in my inbox and then jump out of my inbox. What do you expect?
We are not the woman that's like ever approached in the friend group. More specifically, how you internalize it, how you deal with it.
Let's get into it because I've been dying to talk about it for a hot minute. I love when people get on the internet and who have never had an experience that other people are talking about and tell them that they're insecure. They need to love themselves. They need to go on dates. They need to go in rooms by themselves. Okay. So coming from someone who has experienced this for a long time, because I happen to have some of the prettiest friends on the planet. You know what I'm saying? There are two occasions that this specific feeling has happened to me that stands out. So I have a friend that is extremely gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Not to mention, body is banging, okay? And this friend just so happens to be light skinned, okay? So this friend, me, and one of my other friends, which is my best friend, we all went to the beach one day. I had natural hair. My other friend, I think she had braids or something like that. But me and my best friend are both dark-skinned women, okay? Walking on a beach in a bikini with my friend, okay? Not gonna go into details, not gonna go into the story. That main friend, she was getting all the attention, she was getting all the praise, which is fine, great. However, me and my best friend have a universal experience and relation on that experience that my other friend will never get and will never be able to talk to her about it, okay? One of the things that really kills me is that y'all tell women that if they want to be a man, they can't sit up in the house and wait for this man to come to them. You gotta go out, you gotta put your clothes on, you gotta look good, you gotta go into the room, command attention, yada yada yada. Okay. And then if a woman, let's say she's out with her friends and she's doing that, because every woman doesn't want to go somewhere alone. Let's say she's with her friends and she's out, you know, say she just wants to flirt with a man, and she just wants to flirt with a man. She don't want to be with this man, whatever, but she's with her friends and the people that she would want to talk to, whatever, are automatically going to her other friends. That's gonna bring up some stuff. That's gonna naturally bring up some stuff. Or if all the nice handsome men are going up to these women's and you get the dusties and crusties, yeah, that's gonna bring up some feelings. Not to mention that y'all tell women that we're insecure, we need to love ourselves, whatever, but y'all are also the women that are in relationships. Y'all are also the women that stay with a man in your bed, okay? We're also, as heterosexual women, we want male attention. Who wants to be with a man that is not attracted to them? So yes, my whole self-esteem is not based on a man, but I would love it personally, and most women would want their man to find them attractive. They will want a man when they go out to tell them that they're attractive. Because we're women and we want attention. And that's just what it is. As much as y'all want to get on here and preach self-love, a lot of y'all that preach self-love got a man in your bed. So you don't know what it's like to be in the field and not have male attention and to not have a man approach you. You don't know what that experience is like. So stop speaking on an experience that you've never experienced. Women that have this universal experience are not, all of us are not insecure. All of us do not have confidence issues. All of us are not jealous of our friends. All this experience is a moment of reality. Because let me tell you something. If you gathered a group of dark-skinned women or a group of plus-size women together, what you will realize is that some of these women have the most confidence in the world. Some of these women have been told by plenty of people that they're pretty and beautiful. They got their own thing going. They're not stunned a man, whatever. But what this experience is a moment of reality, in that when you're in a group with someone or a group of people who are universally pretty and pretty by society's standards, it is a moment of reality of, oh, I don't fit this. That's all it is. Having that moment of...
You know, I'm listening to her talk. This is bothering her. She's been talking for quite a while. I wanted to hear her out and hear everything she said. I heard enough. You know, men usually don't go through this, but if I was in a situation like that and I didn't feel welcomed around certain people, I wouldn't deal with it. Right? At a certain point in your life, you have to grow up and say, you know what? Because that's what it is. Hanging around her makes you feel a certain way. Right? And if I don't like somebody, I'm so old now, I'll let it be known. Or I've not let it be known. I just won't go around him anymore. Because the way I am and the way I was raised, if I'm letting it be known, I'm coming straight at you. So to avoid that and avoid jail, I'd rather just keep my distance. But this is your friend. So, you know what? It has to be, I like hanging out with you, but it's not worth it for me, especially you're a woman. I can imagine if I was in your shoes, I wouldn't do it. That comes with growing up. It comes with age. You'll get there.
And you feel like not enough people saw you, so you feel disappointed and you go home sad. Okay, so I was talking to God about this, and he said, Tiffany, some days when the weather is perfect, conditions are amazing, you stay in the house, but the sun still shined. It did not take away from the sun's beauty that you did not come outside. So what am I saying? Woman of God, ladies, do not feel like because you didn't get any attention, men didn't approach you when you were outside dressed looking beautifully. It does not take away from the fact that you are radiant. The sun still shines even when you stay in the house. So keep on dressing up and showing up for yourself. The right people will notice you and you won't have to work for the attention.
Yeah, that's a big coping mechanism nowadays. So many girls are trying that. But when you try that for so long, you start feeling a certain way. Like, why are men not talking to me? But this is what you have to understand. You have to be social nowadays. Ladies have to be social. They have to roll out the red carpet for a man. And a man's going to respond. I see it all the time. I see so many videos of ladies openly talking to men every time the man smiles. So what does that tell me? I look at that and I go, well, if the men are smiling, and I'm sure you ladies have seen those videos as well. I'm sure many of you have. And you have to think about it like, wait a minute. This makes men happy. And if you don't know what to say, all you have to do is say hi. That's it. Hi, how you doing? What are you doing? It works.
11 years, I was the man. So when it comes down to it, no, I did not get appreciated. I barely got love.
This is the night mail crossing the border, bringing the check and the postal order.
It was horrible. So that is why some men come out here and be just doing their own thing, don't even care because, bruh, the experience was
This is the night mail crossing the border, bringing the check and the postal order. That is for the rich, that is for the poor.
No woman is just out here trying to help her man. She expects her man to just do for her. And it dawned on me, like when women were growing up, I don't know one woman that was raised to know how to treat a man.
This is the night mail crossing the border, bringing the check and the postal order. That is for the rich, that is for the poor. The shop at the corner of the girl next door.
You know, it comes full circle when you see a lesbian saying I've been with a woman and this is the problem and I go through the headache. That's what it takes sometimes. It's sad, but that's what it takes for them to realize the trauma that men deal with. And so if she's saying it, you know it's a problem.
Approach women more in person because I genuinely like when a man come and ask me for my number in person rather than social media. Like I don't like to be approached on like dating apps often or even just online. I understand like some men might be like very like shy and don't have the courage to talk to you, but I feel like we should just go back to those days where like people genuinely just come up to you and talk to you.
Those days are over.
Because I have seen other men in cafe shops or even like out in public that I find them attractive or handsome, but I will never approach them. I will never ask for their number. I will never ask if they're single or not. And I understand like sometimes if you are like an attractive woman, or they might think that, oh, she is probably taken, she has a husband or she has a boyfriend, or like they don't want to come off of being creepy. But I wish like we just go back to like finding people the normal way, which is going out and touch the grass.
And they all say the same thing. Touch grass. And how are you going to meet people the normal way if you're not talking? Like, I love when you see those videos, talking to men in public, the story time. And the reason why I like them is because those girls have heart. It takes a lot, right? Men used to go through it back in the days, but never again. But it takes heart because men have gone through that for years. Broken down, feelings hurt, damn near crying on their own. Yeah, some men do cry too. Some men do cry too because they go through it, right? And they would never understand.
And I see a very handsome guy, dark hair, mustache, hat, you know, great looking guy. And I'm like, wow, he's really cute. So I tested a little bit and I stared at him and smile, and he smiles back. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm with my friend, and I was like, should I, like, that guy's really cute. And she's like, well, he's staring at you. And we lock eyes. The whole time at the gym, the entire time at the gym, we're locking eyes. I'm smiling. Then there's a moment where we're like 30 or 40 feet away. I stand up and I look, and he's looking right at me, and I smile, and he smiles back. And I'm just like, okay, like he's gonna talk to me for sure. Then I go do my set again, and he comes by where we're working out, and I'm like, oh, okay, he's gonna do something about it. Like, he's staring at me the whole time. I'm staring at him the whole time. And I'm like, should I talk to him? Like, I'm giving him the cues. He should know that I think he's cute. He's looking at me, I'm looking at him for an hour and a half.
This man for sure was clearly trying not to get posted, and he still got posted on social media. I have six reasons to go through with you guys today as we're watching this video, because yes, it continues, but I'm going to give you 6 reasons why this goes down the way that it goes down. So at this point, they've been giving each other eyes, and from her perspective, it's been like a flirtatious eyeing and then an eventual smile as they got closer. And in her perspective, again, it is flirtatious. He is probably interested in her. She's definitely interested in him. So getting into number 1, she assumes that he knows. She says the words, he should know that I think he's cute. No, that man doesn't know. Let me stop you right there. That man does not know this, especially if he's single, because there is going to be a very clear difference between a man that is single versus a man that is taken. And I'll tell you what, the man that is taken might actually be more prone to feeling the signals and understanding that you might be interested in him. And I think that there's a baseline reason for that. My theory is that there's less risk involved for that man because that man isn't going to do anything. You know, like he's taken, he's not going to push that boundary.
Yeah, you see, and there you have it. If she would have talked to the man, she should have said, "Hi, you want to go out sometime?" Simple. That's all you have to say. You want to go out sometime? Or you know what you can do? Invite a man out for coffee. Say, would you like to go to coffee tomorrow? Tomorrow around 12? Oh, sure. We can do that. He's going to take it as interest. Say something. Even just hi. If you say hi to a man, he will be impressed, right? Because he'll say, wow, I was out today and a female talked to me. Because I'll tell you something. You know who females talk to? This is who they talk to. And I'm not just, saying, oh, the 6 foot, I don't say that all the time. I mean, I do say it a lot, but I wouldn't say it if it wasn't the truth. How do I know it's the truth? Because this is a guy, he even was at Streamer University. Very popular. You may know him.
You look good too. Where you from? You from out here?
Huh? I'm from Germany.
Okay.
Where you from?
I'm from New York.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
put my name. I don't know how you remember it. Should I put anything so
No,
you remember?
I'm gonna remember you.
So my name is Jamie. What's your name?
King.
King?
Yes. I'll invite you to one of the events I get invited to later. I'll invite you to see if you want to come. Okay? I will. Right.
I take Pinky Cream's promise. I
gonna-
take them very seriously.
I will hit you up. I'll let you know.
Sure?
Yes. All right.
She's ready to go now. Of course he had confidence. I would do that too, even though I'm short, but I never got the staring. I've got it before, but not the like that. I understand it though. I do. But there's a difference. There truly is. So when guys say this, guys are serious. Because look, it's happening. But yeah, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Other than that, peace out. See you next video.